this was actually brought to my attention by other people. I kind of like glazed over it when I saw it in the news, and I didn't think much of it.
Mm.
Um, Apparently, because I thought when I saw it in the news, I thought when we discussed a while back the third party exclusive Perfect Beast, which was supposed to be like a third party attempt at the quote Transmetal 2 Megatron.
Hmm.
I thought this was more or less the official images of it being released. And again, I glazed over it. I didn't really pay much attention. But when it was brought to my attention, apparently it's not the Perfect Beast. It's not from the same line of people. And it's not a normal retail or mass release. This is MB-03A, the Red Dragon, done by Fans Hobby. And apparently it's going to be an exclusive to a convention in Shanghai, which when this news initially broke, everyone thought it was a TFCon exclusive and was asking me, which it's not. It's going to be part of the ninth annual SGC uh, Shanghai convention, which is it's going to be oddly enough it's going to be in actually a couple of weeks from now. It's going to be like just before Halloween, more or less,
Right.
and it's going to be limited to 300 pieces. It's going to have two optional faces and a pair of red fists. And the thing about it that's most notable is that while Perfect Beast was trying to more or less be a, at least according to the teaser images, Perfect Beast was trying to be a Transmetal 2 Megatron. This one, while in colors, is trying to be a Transmetal 2 Megatron. It's actually more hearkening to what is known as Gigatron from Car Robots, or known as Megatron from Robots in Disguise. That design,
Yeah.
which then later on with Botcon 2016 was retooled and repainted into Megatron. So it's kind of a weird third party toy. It's kind of like, how do I explain it? It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of something that's so weird in a displacement where they're doing a toy that was a repaint retool of another toy,
Hmm.
and then homaging another toy,
Yeah, exactly.
where it's like it's
I
kind
like
of
it. I like it. Do it.
yeah
I
it's
like it. We always keep saying, "Oh, they're just redoing the same characters over and over and over," and we do say, "Hey, third party, throw us a big old curveball."
I
Here
think
it
this
is.
I think that I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time third party has done something that's related to a BotCon exclusive. I could be wrong. I can't think of anything.
Shatterglass stuff,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, I guess you're right. But see, the fun,
Shatterglass is still that's still. I mean, they're never.
I
The
think it.
Shatterglass stuff is never stuff that Botcon has done specifically, but it's in the vein of.
Well, especially because yeah, like you could do like a black repaint. Like I mean, Shattered Glass wasn't the first time Rodimus was a black repaint. You know what
Right.
I mean? There has been third party stuff that goes okay, we'll do it in Shattered Glass colors in the past,
Hmm.
but this is the first time that a straight up out of the gate release has the molding and the coloring intended for a Botcon exclusive,
Yeah.
like intended to match that, where we've yet to ever, like we never had a like a Rodimus or a Hot Rod third party toy that came out of the gate with a mustache and black repaint, like
Right.
like being like it's going to be this first. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this toy down the line will probably get the Gigatron head on it
Hmm.
and get the car robot treatment. It'll probably get the Deathsaurus head on it and get the other BotCon treatment on it.
Because I
Um,
mean, the only not negative thing, or like the only downside is I see about this particular toy is that comparatively to the car robots mold, it only has two forms. It has the dragon form and the robot form. There's no hand form. There's no jet
yeah,
form. There's no all these other quote unquote playability hand form. You know what I mean?
yeah. It looks like it. Like as Wendell's saying, it looks like it really just kind of just does the two modes,
Yeah.
just the robot mode and the double-headed dragon mode. Um, it doesn't show that it really has any other parts to do anything else. I mean, again, it carries the standard, like, double bladed weapon that was
Yeah.
carried by Gigatron and stuff, which was used in the other modes.
Hmm.
But again, it's only just really being applied as his weapon and nothing else, not used for the other modes or anything like that. The little
From what we see.
things that made a big difference in, like, let's say doing the hand mode or the jet mode or the car mode, which were very apparent on the original mold, are pretty much absent here in terms of tooling. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. I find it bizarre. I mean, I look at this and go, well, I guess they could do a, I don't know, they could do a double cross repaint, which was one of the Spark kind of monster bots. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
What
what you
else
could
they would do with this?
well, aside from again the Gigatron, without
Yeah.
having the other molds, and the Deathsaurus, the other Botcon exclusive from 2005, which
Hmm.
again was a repaint of Gigatron. Maybe then do the Galvatron slash Devil Gigatron, which is the white repaint.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a couple of built-in ideas here, but again, it's interesting that this one is exclusive to this little. Well, I don't want to say little, but to this convention in Shanghai. It's probably not going to be little. It even has a little stamp on it on the
Yeah, I
foot of the.
mean, if you're putting a stamp on it and it's specifically at a thing, yeah, I agree with you. I'm pretty sure it's not small.
Yeah, it's probably not a small show. They're probably making a major effort for it. But that being said, I think it's cool. More Beast Wars stuff, all the better. I just think it's really interesting, the interesting choice of what they're doing, because again, up to this point, I've yet to see any third party stuff really go in that route and go, we're going to do a throwback to a BotCon exclusive and
Yeah,
do
this
something.
this homage is very inside.
Yeah, it really is. It really
It's
maybe
very inside.
I think the only reason I think they might have done this maybe is because that original BotCon exclusive is expensive and limited as heck.
Yeah.
I think that, like, that Megatron from 2016 was very tough to get.
Yep.
Very, very tough to get, and at one point was topping out at thousands of dollars. Well, not thousands, but I would say over $1,000 easily
Mm.
on eBay. I don't know what it goes for now. Every time you could be listening to this podcast and things might have changed, but as of this recording, to my knowledge, it's still at that 700 to, like, $1,000 mark.
Right.
So, this one here probably, maybe throwing their eastern compatriots a bone,
Yeah.
going like, hey, you couldn't go to BotCon and get that expensive thing. Here's something that's probably just as good, if
We're
not
hooking
better.
it up. We're hooking it
Yeah,
up.
in a in an indirect way. So yeah, I dig it.
I dig it too. I really I like the aesthetic. I like the way the flare is on the wings and they're see-through. Um and like how the colors are. I'm liking it a lot. Really good use of colors, and I guess they changed it up where the head is on the arms. The dragon heads are on the arms instead of the feet. So that's where I'm guessing that it's not going to have all the other modes. And I guess you take the two weapons and you put it on the wings in dragon mode. I'm liking it. I could see them retooling it, maybe getting rid of the wings and doing some other stuff with it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
I
so
dig
too.
it. I dig it.
I don't think this is the last we've seen of this mold. I think that this is something for this SGC convention, but I think we'll see more of this in the future.